Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. For today's video, I'm showing y'all how I created this double ombre with dip powder. I take zero credit for this design. I followed a tutorial from Melissa's Manis, so I'm gonna link her video down in the description box. And I'm trying a new to me brand. So let's get started. Shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Sun and Moon Dips. I'm so excited to finally try out her products and share them with y'all. I just had to show you her box. I don't always do an unboxing, but when you spend this much time to make it look beautiful, it deserves a moment and brownie points. I love the handwritten note. I love that she put my name inside that box. It's just those little touches from small businesses that really, it's so special. So I'm gonna move all this cute confetti out of the way and show y'all what's inside. She sent me over all of her liquids. You can see how beautifully packaged it is. I love the brand cohesion with her little symbol on all of the products. A fluffy dusting brush as well. The colors are beautiful. And she also sent me over her precision tool, so I'm going to be using that as well during today's video. She sent me her clear dip powder and some new collections. So one of the collections is called Coven Combo, so that's the duo you see on top with the pink and purple. And then the other one is Girl Power. Both of these are going to launch on February 6th. I just had to show y'all the packaging. I love how clean and aesthetic it all is. It's so cohesive. This pink shade is called Goddess. It's a gorgeous bright pink with some beautiful shimmer in it, and it glows. Here are the swatches for the Girl Power collection. We've got some fine glitters, some chunky glitters, there's some foil pieces throughout. They are really so beautiful and unique. And then here are the swatches from the Coven Combo. As I mentioned, that pink glows. Check out how bright it is. So I've got my base liquid here and a paper towel to wipe my brush off on. I needed that pink on my nails, so I'm going to be using Goddess for this look, and I'm going to pour some of it in a cupcake liner. I don't need the entire jar because I'm going to be doing a tap ombre, so this is just going to help make things easier and less messy. I've also got her crystal clear here that I'll be pouring over. I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild fluffy eyeshadow brush, and now I'm just going to remove that excess product on my brush. I'm going to start by doing an entire layer of the base liquid across my nail, and then we're going to dip our brush into the pink and start by tapping at that corner of our nail and working our way up into a diagonal line. So this is going to be going diagonal across the free edge of our nail. You can see I'm just starting and slowly working my way, watching my line to make sure I don't go up too high or too much over to the side. And then when I'm done, I'm going to tap that excess off in that same direction with my finger pointed down so that it doesn't flow back up towards my cuticle area. And now we're going to quickly pour the clear dip powder over our nail. Once it's fully coated, so I'm just pouring it on top, making sure I get all the way to those sidewalls, then I'm going to use her precision tool to clean up anything that might be around my cuticle area. I see it still looks a little bit wet and tacky on the clear, so I'm just going to pour the clear back over top one more time to make sure the liquid is fully absorbed into the dip powder. Here's how we're looking. So I'm repeating these steps, doing an entire layer of the base liquid on my nail and then dipping the brush into the pink dip powder. I'm keeping my finger level, and notice I'm working again from that free edge and slowly working my way up, watching my line. If I need more product, I just dip right back in. And now again, going back to where I stopped at and just filling in the line, watching to make sure it still looks diagonal, not going too far up and not going too far on those sides. Once I'm happy with it, then I'm going to tap that powder again towards that same direction, pointed down so it doesn't flow back up, and then we're going to pour the clear dip powder over top. So I would say that Sun and Moon's base liquid is a medium dry time. You can see I'm not rushing to do this design whatsoever. And then after the fact, it doesn't take forever to dry either. So it's a nice in-between middle ground where you can still do dip powder designs, but you're not having to re-dip or wait for that base liquid to dry. And thank you again, Melissa, for sharing this tutorial. I found it super easy to follow. And I know it sounds crazy because this is a double ombre, but y'all, this was so beginner friendly and very easy to do because when we do this glitter over top, it's going to help cover that harsh line and really blend it all out. So please don't be afraid of this design. I promise y'all, you can do it. I finished up the rest of my nails off camera to save on the monotony of it, and now we're going to use our fluffy dusting brush to dust it all off. Now it's time for our glitter. So you can see how gorgeous this is. I'm gonna pour this into my cupcake liner here. And I did try out using this stiffer eyeshadow brush because in my head I thought this is gonna be better for creating more of a line, but I really did struggle with using it. So I'm gonna do another full layer of my base liquid, wiping my brush off before returning it to the bottle, and then dipping my eyeshadow brush into the glitter. So we're going to tap this where that pink meets the clear. It does not have to be perfect whatsoever. This is why it's a double ombre. It's not going to be perfect, and we're going to clean up anything that goes outside of where we want it. You can see I'm really struggling to get it off my brush, so I switched to a fluffy eyeshadow brush here in a little bit. So I'm not tapping off the excess on the nail, just on the brush here once I'm done. And I'm gonna grab my precision tool and I'm gonna use this to push those stray glitters that went just a little bit too far up into the clear and a little bit too far over into the pink. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. I love that her liquids allowed me to still have time to clean everything up. This is in real time, it's not sped up. So I'm just pushing those glitters just a little bit outside of that pink so we still have that double ombre effect. And then we're going to pour that clear dip powder over top. So I'm going to fully coat the nail before the liquid dries, tap off the excess, and just gently press on the glitters to make sure everything's laying flat. We're going to repeat these steps for the rest of our nails, doing a full coat of our base liquid and then tapping on the glitter. We're going to focus again right where the pink and the clear meet, leaving my fingers slightly level, and y'all will really see me struggle again with this one. I just could not get the glitter off of the brush. So I do switch over to my fluffy brush. I gave up at this point and I use my fluffy brush again. So the stiff brush definitely leaves more of a crisp line, but the fluffy eyeshadow brush I feel like just grabs more glitter pieces, which is what I like in an ombre. You can see it does go crazy. It's all over the nail, but I'm okay with that because I'm going to clean it all up with my precision tool again. So I'm going to push all of those big pieces outside of the clear, back in that line, and then I'm also going to clean up around the pink area as well. So I'm going to also very gently press down on these glitters, not touching the wet liquid, but just making sure everything is laying flat. Then we're gonna pour our clear dip powder over top. Repeating these steps again, we're gonna do another full coat of our base liquid. And now with my fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm just dipping that corner in, and that's gonna help me keep more control, just getting the glitter on that corner of my brush right there, and then tapping it on. Again, it does not have to be perfect. I cannot stress that enough. This is such a beginner-friendly design because you really can make it how you want it to be. So I'm going to clean up around anywhere that it went off of that angle that I'm looking for, pressing it down as I'm pushing it back up, and then we're going to pour our clear over top. I am all done with the rest of my nails, so now we're going to dust off the excess powder. So now I'm going to hand place some of these chunky glitter pieces. I'm not going to go all the way to this large size up here. I'm going to do this medium size glitter piece just so it doesn't get too bulky on the nail. With my base liquid, I'm going to tap it in those bare spots. And with the waxy side of my precision tool, I'm going to place it on my nail. This is a great opportunity to fix any spots that you're not happy with, fill it in, whatever you want to do to cover up any spot on the nail or just add more glitter. So I'm going to repeat these steps for each of the nails. All right, once I'm done, then I'm going to clear encapsulate. So I'm going to use my base liquid again, focusing around that clear area first and then dragging my brush through the glitter. That's just to help prevent any stray glitters from accidentally getting up into my clear area. Also, major brownie points to Sun and Moon for having a super clear dip powder. When you're doing designs like this where half of your nail is clear, it's really important to use a high quality clear dip powder so you don't have any bubbles or just any issues in general with your design. And honestly, y'all, you can see my natural nail all the way through it. So major brownie points there. Once I'm done clear capping all the nails, I'm going to dust off the excess powder. Here is how we're looking. Now with my activator, I'm going to apply a very generous layer of this to all of the nails. You can finally see that design pop through once the activator hits the nail. I love this part of the process. So once this dries, we're going to wait 2 minutes and then we're going to file and shape. I also want to point out, look at how amazing these look. This is before filing and shaping. I always try to stop and point this out when I'm at this process because I think it speaks volumes about the products, about the liquids, about the dip powders. You can see they lay down beautifully and it's going to make filing and shaping so much easier. So I'm just going to go around my free edge first really quick to get my shape back. Once I'm done with each of the nails, then I'm going to use a buffing block to smooth it all out. This is why I did that clear encapsulation layer to protect the glitters when I file and buff. I'm going to go finish buffing the rest of my nails and then dust off the excess. I am just so obsessed with these colors together. She nailed it with pairing them for this duo. It's giving total Barbie vibes. So now I'm going to apply another layer of activator across each of the nails. Again, you can really see this design pop. I know it's so silly, but any other DIY dipper knows this is that moment when you see all of your hard work just pay off. After 2 minutes have passed, I'm going to use a dry, lint-free wipe. You can also use a napkin to rub it across the entire top surface of all of the nails. Now it's time for top coat. So I'm going to do 3 quick strokes on the nail and I want to quickly say how phenomenal this top coat is, you guys. The shine is incredible. It's a fast dry time, so you're not going to have to sit and wait. When you're done with your manicure, you're done. So this first layer dries pretty quick in my opinion, and then I'm going to go in for that second coat. But y'all, it's like a gel top coat. I could not get over it. The thickness, the shine, it's incredible. So if you have a gel allergy, you're looking for dip powder products, highly suggest this one, okay? So I was able to still do this design. Y'all saw it. It was in real time. I didn't have to rush. I still had time to clean up my glitter pieces. And this top coat, look at it. It's like a gel top coat. The shine is just incredible. I could not get over it. I messaged Stephanie after trying out her products. I was blown away. The clear is basically transparent. It's so easy to use. The glitters lay down beautifully. I love that she does the work for you by pairing these colors together because they're just so beautiful, and I love that they take the work out of it for me. But honestly, the top coat is what stole the show for me. It's just so shiny. She also gave me a discount code to share with y'all, so I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And don't forget to set those alarms for both of these collections launching on February 6th. All right, y'all, we made it. We're done. I am beyond. I know, I say it all the time, but seriously, this design was so easy to do. I was so intimidated by it, y'all. I've been doing nails for a few years, and even this one, I was like, man, I don't think I can do this. But listen, Melissa, she really did create such an easy to follow tutorial, so all praise goes to her. And this just goes to show you can do it too. It's a very easy, beginner-friendly design. Choose liquids that are easy for you to use, that don't dry super fast, such as these ones. So thank you, Sun and Moon, for sponsoring today's video. With your support, that is how I still get to do what I do, which is creating content, and I love it. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see y'all next week.